Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm here at Team Toyota of Princeton to take a look at a Cadillac. So what do we got going on here? We have a lightly used 2023 Cadillac CT5 Luxury all-wheel drive sedan in Summit White with a jet black and Sahara tan two-tone interior. So we're going to check out the entry-level trim for the CT5, see what it brings to the market in this sedan segment, because there's not a lot left, especially from America on the luxury side of things like Cadillac is. So we're going to check this out, see if it reminds us of those Cadillac sedans of old, or do we have some new sportiness involved in this CT5. So let's dig in. Front end of the CT5 Luxury Summit White. I love the way it plays off the black on the grille. We have LED lighting all the way around up front, the big Cadillac badge on the center of the grille. Looks good, looks very classy, very elegant. We'll move on in to give you a closer look of that headlight housing with how we have that lighting that comes all the way down the side. Nice design. And then the grille here, each one of these little doodads in here are smaller Cadillac badges. And at least that's the way it looks to me. So I think that looks pretty darn neat with the chrome around it. So I think it is a very good looking front end here on this CT5 Luxury. Now as we come around the side, we're looking at our wheel and tire package on this CT5. And what do we got going on here for this vehicle? Well, we got an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, silver in color with the Cadillac badge on the center cap, standard brake and rotor package. Now these 18-inch wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy Tour all-season tires, 245 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. And as we pull out, get our full side profile. Again, the silver and the white and all the chrome that goes all the way around the windows in typical Cadillac fashion to give it that classy luxury look. I like the way it looks. And as we move in closer, we have the Cadillac badge on the front fender. And then we have color matched side view mirror with LED turn signals, color matched on the front and the rear door handle. The fuel filler cap on this car is on the right side. Up top, we are color matched roof with the white shark fin antenna and a nice large twin panel moonroof. The rear end of this CT5 looks good. I like the kick-up on the trunk. Cadillac badge in the middle. We got some chrome around it. We got LED lighting all the way around here in the back. CT5 on the left. All-wheel drive on the left side of the trunk as well. Flat black down here on the functional dual exhaust. But I think it looks pretty good. We'll move on in a little closer. We have the standard LED lighting with that Cadillac style of light. As we come across the back of the trunk, again, CT5 all-wheel drive with that Cadillac badge. It just looks really, really good here from the back. And even though it's a four-cylinder engine, we do have a functional dual exhaust. So let's hear how it sounds. We are under the hood of this 23 CT5 Luxury. And what do we have for a power plant? Well, we got Cadillac's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, 237 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 22 in the city, 30 on the highway, 25 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91, so you'll need to use premium unleaded fuel. Now this is page 280 of the CT5 owner's manual, and here's the recommended fuel for this 2-liter engine. As you can see, it says minimum 91, but it also says if 91 is unavailable, you can use 87, but it's going to result in reduced performance and drivability. And if heavy knocking is heard when using gasoline rating 91 or greater, the engine needs service. And do not use any E85 or flex fuel in this vehicle. So just wanted to show you that one from the owner's manual. But before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I going to have to lay out for this CT5 Luxury? You said it was the entry-level trim. So what's it all about? Well, here we go. Base price for the 23 CT5 Luxury all-wheel drive trim before options, $38,195. Now this CT5 has a few options on it. So we need to add in $2,800 for the Sun and Sound package. That gets you the Ultra View sunroof, the Cadillac user experience with embedded navigation, Bose Performance Series sound system with 15 speakers, an extra $2,000 for the all-wheel drive, an extra $600 for the cold weather package, an extra $285 for the interior protection package, which was dealer installed, an extra $225 for the monochrome emblem. We then have to add in destination and delivery of $1,395 from Cadillac's Lansing, Michigan assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $45,500. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver's door panel, we have a nice looking door panel. We got soft touch up here, and then we got some brushed aluminum going into the chrome door handle. There are the Bose speakers sitting there looking good. Then we have the Sahara tan insert, nice and soft with the stitching, flat black on the switchgear. We have a pretty skinny door pocket, and then that's where you pop the trunk right there on your Cadillac. But what I'm not seeing here, I'm not seeing memory seats, and I'm not seeing power fold mirrors. Now, as we come to the foot box, nice large dead pedal, brake, and accelerator. Floor mats are in the trunk right now. That's why the plastic is down on the floor. Then we have the Cadillac badge on the door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle. 12-way power for the driver's seat, 10-way power for the front passenger seat. Then we have the Sahara tan interior. Looks good, stitching. Headrest is nice and soft. Bolstering feels good. So it's a nice looking two-tone here with the jet black. Passenger door panel, same vibe, same look as the driver's. Soft touch, brushed aluminum chrome door handle, Bose speaker. Nice Sahara tan insert with the cushy armrest. Looks good. On the dash, again, the same two-tone here, or tri-tone if you want to count the trim. Soft touch, brushed aluminum into the heat and air vent. Sahara tan down below, nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, it is angled up towards the roof of the vehicle slightly to avoid glare from the sun coming in the front of the windshield. And now we have GM's, what appears to be a 10.2-inch infotainment system with nav. And of course, it is spot on as far as performance goes. We have our home button we can go to, Sirius XM, Bluetooth your phone, adjust your music, go to your nav. We can go to our comfort and convenience where we got the dual climate control, and we can go ahead and set up how we want the air to come out. So they got you all set here in this system. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. If we go into reverse, we have a nice large backup camera with trajectory, takes up the whole screen. So that's a nice touch. Really like how that is. And then we can come back to our home button, and of course we can swipe it and go into other things. Go to My Cadillac. We can go into our Sirius XM, our OnStar services. We can go into our apps and go there. We can swipe back. We can go into our settings right here, and then we can set up our Wi-Fi hotspot. Anything else you may want to set up. This does come equipped with Teen Driver. So if you want to let your teen drive your Cadillac, you can set that up, but I'm not so sure I'd let my teen drive my Cadillac. So user profiles as well. So it is a nice, easy system to use, and it's very, very clear. As we come down further, we have 2 heat and air vents. Right over here is your push button start. And then again, we have manual control knobs and buttons for the dual climate if we want to do that. Now we have 3-stage heated seats, for the driver and the front passenger, so that's a nice touch. Parking sensors, four-way hazards, lane keep assist on or off. Down further, there is your wireless charging pad right there. And then we have our drive modes right in here with traction control off, auto vehicle hold, and engine auto stop start on or off. So they got you covered there. So I like that. We'll go through the drive modes when we see the dash. Now here is the gear shift to go through this 10-speed automatic transmission. And then if you don't want to use the touchscreen, you can adjust things with the backup dial right here. That's what I'd like to call it. So they got you covered there. Now we have 2 cup holders. Our Cadillac key fob is right here. And it looks good. Lock, unlock, remote start, pop the trunk, panic button, Cadillac badge on the back, looking classy, like how it looks. And then center armrest is pretty firm, but not bad. And then you want to open it up. Opens up from the side, and there you have it, a nice felt area for storage. And then we have what looks to be an SD card, USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt. And this is an area to slide your phone down into as well. Cadillac steering wheel, nice leather-wrapped steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, Cadillac badge on the horn button, some chrome to lift up the wheel, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of the CT5, no problem. Now, on our switchgear, it's all flat black, which I like. So you have your voice commands and telephone right here on the silver buttons. And then up top here, this is your heated steering wheel. And what I like about the heated seats and heated steering wheel, they're tied in with the climate control. So if you have it, let's say your climate control is set on 70 degrees, and it's winter time. So when you start the car, the heat comes on, your heated seats and heated steering wheel will automatically come on too. And so that's a really nice touch. Now, on the right side here, you got your volume, you got your controls for the digital portion of your dash. We do have paddles to go up and down the 10-speed automatic if you want to drive sportily and in manual mode. And then we have our headlight controls on the left with adaptive high beams. And then on the right, you got your windshield wiper controls. Now down here, pretty simple right now. You got your electronic emergency brake, or excuse me, parking brake. And then you have your brighten or dim your dash, and then a little area to stick some stuff into. Now, we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so Cadillac has you covered there. And then we have kind of like this combo of analog and digital action on the dash. So you have your analog gauge for your speedometer and your tachometer. Everything else is digital. And then if you want to look at your drive modes, we'll go back up, we'll go to My Mode. And when you hit the different modes, things will change. So we're in My Mode, which is like a individual mode. We go down to Touring, and things on your center display will change. And then we can go down to Sport, and again, things will change here in Sport mode on your infotainment screen. And then we can go down to Snow and Ice, and again, things will change here. So they got you covered, and they make a lot of changes to your driving experience depending on which mode you're in, which I really, really like. And then obviously you can go through other information here in the center as well. That's going to give you a lot of information as you're going down the road. So nice and easy to use, well presented as well, I think, overall. Overhead console, we have 3 programmables for your garage door. If you want your LED lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button right here with the car with the open door remains off. So when you open the door, lights go on, close the door, lights go off. On SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. OnStar is right here. These are the switches for this twin panel roof. So we can open up the shade. So we'll do that. Push it up and both sides open. The back and the front open, which is pretty cool at the same time. And then you can slide the front part of the window open. You got your wind buffeter. And then if you want to close it, you just pull the switch down towards you, one touch, and it closes up. And then you can close up your shade as well. And both sides close at the same time. Nice headliner here. And now we have our visor with a vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting into the back seat of this Cadillac, I have the seat set for my driving position. So I'll have to pop on in. Watch your head as you get in, because this is a sloping roof that comes to the back. But we do have a nice grab handle and LED lighting back here. Now, once I'm in, I got enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". Now, we have the nice material up here, however, plastic all the way down until you get to this Sahara tan seat pocket, which looks pretty good. But I would have liked to seen not plastic back here. I'm not a big fan of that in the Caddy. I know it is the entry-level trim, though. So we come to the back. We have a bit of a command center with 2 heat and air vents. And then we have a 12-volt and a USB-C. And then back here on the door panel, same vibe as the front, same use of materials, same different textures. So here's your front door panel looking good. Here's the rear door panel looking the same. Rear seats, same Sahara tan, same nice material, very comfortable, very classy. We open up our armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders. So overall, it's a pretty comfortable place to be back here in this CT5. Getting in the trunk of the CT5, you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the driver's door panel, or you come to the back right underneath the Cadillac badge. Boom, there's a button, up it flies. No problem. Now we're looking into the trunk. We have a nice wide opening, but according to the specs, we only have 11.9 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the CT5, which seems a little small for a mid-size sedan. Let me know what you guys think, but I do like the fact that we have 2 sets. We have our carpeted floor mats, and then we have the all-season floor mats with the Cadillac badge on them, and we have the all-season cargo mat with the Cadillac badge on it. That looks really nice. We open this up, and we have more storage, but I do not see a spare in here. We have extra storage on either side as well. So overall, it looks pretty good. But if you need some extra room, you can drop the rear seats if there's nobody sitting in the back. And to do that, you just have to open up the door. Here is your button right up here. You pull that, and you just lie them flat. Now it's a 60-40 split, 40 on the left side, 60 on the right. So we come over to this side, and boom, lay this one down. And now, if you don't have anybody in the back, it is a smaller opening, but you can fit some larger items in the back of your Cadillac. So I like that. All right, here is the Cadillac window sticker. So we'll give you the action right in here. Standard equipment across the top. Then we get into our options. Total vehicle MSRP from the factory. Fuel economy. Made in Michigan. Just under 5,000 miles on this vehicle. You can buy it used for just under 44 grand. All right, we're on the road in this 23 CT5 Luxury all-wheel drive. Now we got base trim action, and what I like about how Cadillac has handled the CT5 is you have your luxury and then you have your performance. So you have the CT5 Luxury and Luxury all-wheel drive. Those are the entry levels. Then you can go up to Sport and Sport all-wheel drive. You can go to Premium Luxury, and then you can option in the turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine, which I think would make this thing really good. And then if you want a performance sedan, you can go CT5V and then really put some performance into this CT5. So by driving this entry-level trim, it kind of gives you a good idea of the kind of bones that Cadillac had to work with when they developed the CT5V. And this thing feels so good to drive. It feels, the steering is tight and it's right, and the wheel is just perfect in my hands. The seats are comfortable, right? The tech in here for an entry level is right on the money. With the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, you have your twin panel roof, you have your infotainment system with nav. that you can bring up. Easy peasy 1, 2, 3, wireless charging, USB-A, USB-C connectivity. They even gave you an SD card, for crying out loud. Ha! Paddles. Now, of course, people are going to say, well, Mike, this is just the stupid Turbo 4 in this luxury. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it is. But you know what? It gets this car down the road pretty well for a Turbo 4 engine in a fairly heavy midsize sedan. I mean, this thing feels substantial on the road. And you get some road noise, you get a little wind noise, but overall, it's fairly quiet in the cabin, as you would expect in a Cadillac, and it's comfortable, which is what you would expect in a Cadillac. And if you just want to drive it peacefully, this car will drive so soft and so smooth for you. And if you want to put it into sport and have a little fun, even in this trim, it will do it. It will do it. Obviously, if it was me, I'd be going CT5V. And the CT5 is available in 2024 again, as well as the CT5V is available in 2024 as well. So I like the fact Cadillac's brought them back for another year. But here we're going to go down the road, and it just peacefully gets down the road. We're going to go ahead and do an emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. And the brakes work beautifully. Car stops nice and straight, and then we'll take off. Now they try to pump in a little exhaust noise to make it sound cool, but look at the way it goes around turn. I mean, it is planted to the ground, it responds instantly, so even in this base model, you're getting excellent handling. And now we're in sport mode, which is tightening up the steering, as you saw earlier on the infotainment screen when we put it into sport. Everything that tightens up, the shifts and the transmission change, everything changes to really give you that sporty feel. And it works even on this vehicle. And I just love how this drives. Now, I have never been in a CT5 before. I've seen other larger channels do the CT5V and CT4V, and everybody raves about it. And I wanted to do this base model just because it's available, and the one Cadillac dealer in my area doesn't want to let me film there. So I got to get them used when I can, and I can't be particular about what model it is. But this thing really is well executed for a midsize sporty sedan. Now, the turning radius is fairly wide. The spec is 20.35 feet. So let's see how it does. And oh, I think it's going to make it, but just barely. So yeah, it's a little wide, I think, for this vehicle, but here we go. We are going to go ahead and stick this in manual, and we're going to shift this with the paddles. We have a broken in engine, so here we go. And it gets up the road really well with this 2-liter turbo. So there's no slow engine in this CT5, because this thing moves down the road pretty well and returns some pretty good gas mileage. The V6 is obviously going to be more powerful and faster, and then you move to the V series and they're even going to be faster. Look at this. Look at this. Power through it. Whoa. So it is just a ton of fun to drive down the road. And sorry about the plate, guys, and the windshield wiper going off because the plate hit it. That was fun. But this thing just is a barrel of fun to drive. There's no doubt about it. Now we're back in standard mode. So when you're looking at a sports sedan, is this CT5 something you would look at? Whether it's this entry-level luxury all-wheel drive trim, or whether it's going to be an upper-level CT5 trim or CT5V. What do you like about this? Or this Cadillac not have your eye, and you're going to go somewhere else, maybe to the Germans, for that sports sedan, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, let me know in the comments. But I do want to thank Team Toyota of Princeton on the pre-owned vehicle side for allowing the channel access to this 2023 Cadillac CT5 Luxury all-wheel drive for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.